Windows or get a Wi-Fi booster.
You need a Wi-Fi
All right.
extender. Something fierce.
Let's open this up.
Okay. Okay, we could do that now.
Yeah, we're live. I see the button going. Let's roll.
Go ahead and clock out.
All right, this is the free for all for TWWRN Saturday night. That's the Worldwide Resistance Network for people who do not know the acronym. I am Curse Zero. We have Grandmaster and we have Isra. I guess you want to be called here?
Yeah.
All right. So basically what we do on Saturday nights is Grandmaster to take half the load off of Tin Man, who's been doing 99.9999999% of TWWRN's work. Grandmaster has decided to do a free-for-all on Saturday nights, and we'll do the roundtable on Sunday nights. So basically, this is a free-for-all discussion. Any topic is welcome. Anything can be spoke about. So
True, I have thought about it. And this is the Sunday night free fall on the Anonymous Liberty Media. Anything goes, anything uncensored, no rules. Let's start with a little intro here. This is good old Grandmaster over here, and you're watching the Anonymous Liberty Media. Brought to you by the world's tea. And if you all resent, fuck you, Alex. And art for the night is we got Ezra and we got Curse Zero.
stop.
Okay, guys, it is a free for all. I mean, rules, anything goes. Let's start off. Curse, you and I did almost a 2-hour scientific tech test on the whole on YouTube censorship test.
Yes, just we basically did a test where we seen what technically would happen if we started speaking educational information. We weren't trying to get banned from YouTube by showing nudity or explicit nature or violence or gore. We were trying to get technical difficulties by the basis of spreading knowledge, which they can only mess with you during your with your electronics because you're not technically doing anything vulgar or obscene. You're just speaking words by spreading knowledge.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 were good.
Where's the link?
And we actually did for today.
This is live, right? This is live?
This is live. We are on the air. We are being recorded at this moment. Yes, Israel.
This is live, man.
Where's the link? Like, send the link to the group right quick.
You're already in it.
Yeah, I know, but other people can't. Like, where is this live at?
The live
Ready,
feed
bro?
or the camera feed?
Yeah, so how can people watch this is what I'm asking.
Oh, watch this.
It's
They have to go to the Anonymous Liberty Media Network's YouTube page to watch this directly.
Okay, hold on. I saw that's the link I was asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm roaming around getting there real quick.
Yeah, do that for me because I'm on the phone.
As fast as the internet can run.
Yeah, let's just get that link right quick so that way we can.
Yep, it even shows that he's live at this moment.
Yep, I'm going to share.
Yeah, I need that. No, I need that. Need that. Oh, poop sickle. Hold on. All right, I need to copy this and I need to close it out before it starts talking and echoing and going stupid and crazy. All right, here in a moment, I will paste it down so that people can jump in here to view instead of be on the camera feed.
Okay.
Running internet.
Like
What was that?
like we did about
like
2.5 out of 3. We're pretty good. I mean, we weren't sure that any of that kind to test bound knowledge.
Your internet
we literally,
Your internet is really bad. You're cutting in and out really hard.
Like it's pretty bad.
It's really bad.
Bad, but it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad tonight, Grandmaster.
Well, I got
anyway, what are we talking about?
This is a free for all. Free for all is anything out there.
So
it's like Sundays we pick a topic, then we talk about it. Here is free for all. It is like a all out fist fight with words.
Okay. Yeah, there you go, Grandmaster.
So let's just go after the news and stuff first, because that usually tends to set stuff off. This kid is still in the news over. So when I say this kid, I mean David Hogg. Still in the news, still spreading copious amounts of uneducated bullshit all over the place.
He's spreading bullshit.
Yeah, just very, very, very biased. It's not even fair to call it biased. Like, everyone has an opinion. Not everyone is totally unaware that what they're saying is just an opinion. Now, I've noticed that one kid has not been getting nearly enough media attention. His name is Kyle Khrushchev or whatever. He was actually also one of the survivors of the shooting. And I can't believe we're still talking about this like 2 weeks later, but we are. He was one of the survivors of the shooting, and he is obviously pro-gun. However, most of the main media sources aren't giving him any attention. CNN, Time Magazine, MSNBC, none of them are even trying in the least to try to reach out to him and get his opinion on anything. Fox News has had a few discussions with him already, but for the most part, no one's talking to him. He had worked with the Senate.
It's because it's gold. Like Dave Hogg is. He's 17 years old. He's skipping class just to be a dumb shit, and he's false message.
There's no question as to why those other kids are doing what they're doing.
Because they want the media attention. They want more than their 15 seconds.
No. They're trying to stretch it out as much as possible. But this kid is actually taking some genuine action. And I'm not saying that marches and protests aren't forms of action, but this kid is actually going and talking to multiple members of Congress and Senate, and is actually getting bills passed that's going to allow some funds to be distributed between states that will help probably teach teachers and kids how to spot when someone is either borderline psychotic or shouldn't be in the school or communicating threats and stuff like that. But the deal is, how do we distinguish between rumors and when someone is joking, and then when someone is actually making a threat, or when someone is actually showing signs of being mentally disturbed?
The only thing I'd like to say there is that we have to eliminate the ones that are joking out of the equation, because the rumors can be validified by simply, let's go to the principal's office, get everybody rounded up together, and let's have a meeting for 20 minutes to figure out why this rumor started. Now, the joking part can be a scare tactic taking out of them by doing that method. Now, the ones who are actually psychotic, go ahead.
Some people are actually like, okay, when I was at home when I had heard that a rumor was being made about me at school, that I said I was going to shoot the school. There was no proof. There was no evidence. I had never stated anything. You could not have given the cops any evidence, but the police still showed up at my house and they still searched my house. They shouldn't have been allowed to do that.
Because it was a school incident.
Right, but because of a rumor, and this is the issue here, if cops can't distinguish between a rumor and what, like they just don't really do it. They really just look for a reason to lock people up.
Yeah, it's difficult for cops to see anything besides a tunnel vision, because technically most police officers, unless you physically state to them that you're a mentally incompetent individual and you cannot touch me, they will literally throw you to the ground and attempt to arrest you.
Yeah, exactly. They really don't listen, and this is the problem. Like the kid is doing some good work, he's trying to do what he can, but at the end of the day, how do we really address something like that? And I don't think there is a real way to address that. There's not a real way to get in there before things happen, because I know from experience that they didn't do that with me. I'm not saying without funding and without proper training they wouldn't do that, but they haven't.
It's difficult to pull off Minority Reports.
Yeah, exactly.
To do it is that really find something that is in his closet. Find the skeleton in his closet up the tree.
I froze that time.
Yeah. But
I froze that time, guys.
To really,
that's kind of the issue. Is
this
like,
kid?
Yeah, I know your internet's behind. Yeah, his internet's really behind. So that's kind of the issue with what he said with the Minority Report thing. Figuring out if someone is a suspect or a target before they actually commit a crime.
Oh, so that's where I got cut off. Yeah.
It's borderline impossible. Like
it's borderline impossible to prove a Minority Report or to validate or invalidate a rumor unless you actually bring the source in front of you and figure out what is going on.
Right. And with kids like this, there may or may not be any evidence, because there wasn't any evidence with me. However, there was a shit ton of evidence with this kid and nothing was done. So does it really matter? Because it doesn't look like it ever does. It doesn't matter how much funding you give a state department or anything like that. It's just always going to happen. They're going to arrest who they want to arrest, and they're not going to arrest who they don't want to arrest. And so
that's also behind it too. They're not going to touch who they don't want to touch, and they'll be all over top of whoever they want to be all over top of, because the whole thing is that you can never tell who's going to be technically the one to snap, because technically one of the cool kids can snap. And you just wouldn't know, because he's just going through the moves every day, daily motion. Then he just decides to snap.
Yeah, no, there's no real way. Like, it's hard to say psychologically. It's actually kind of an issue with forms of depression. Very depressed people come off as very happy sometimes. Very sane, very psychotic people may come off as totally normal sometimes. So
or dark.
Right, exactly. And you only know about that kind of thing because after the fact, after they've done the psychotic thing, we found out, well, this was a normal dude. Why did this happen? Well, he was psychotic for his whole life. He just never showed it. Right. So that's the kind of there's so much psychology that's involved. It's very hard to start making predictions based off virtually nothing. But
and it would be too much funding to literally take every child before the age of, what is it, like 6 or between 5 and 7 now, before you go to kindergarten or pre-K. It'll be a little difficult to take every child and automatically have them government fund it for a psychological evaluation.
Yeah, no, there's no way to do that. There's just no way.
And then technically, if you want to look over all the top of it, I actually have a meme where this teacher is cutting the kids' thought bubbles into thought squares instead of thought bubbles.
Yeah, no, I've seen that.
Basically, they're just basically making sure that their education is put forth and no real truthful knowledge is put forth. They make it seem like America was the greatest country in the world, whenever in reality America invaded all them countries and took them because they had something that America wanted.
Well, I'll tell you from experience, when I was in high school, I had a math teacher, and she would give us a project every year. This project had nothing to do with math. This project was her social justice project. I'm not making this up. This was her social justice project. And she said, pick a social justice issue and make a report about it. Had nothing to do with math.
the days whenever you wish Milo Yiannopoulos was actually valid back then. Just here.
Yeah, no.
Talk to
Actually, it was
Milo. Talk to
because I
Milo
made
for
a-
3 seconds.
it's funny because I totally fucking slammed her in front of the entire class. But she wanted to get to me, right? She was talking about because the general social justice topics go from wage gap to gender and stuff like that. So she wanted to talk about the wage gap. That was what she brought up, and she was just bringing it up to talk about it, give an example. And I was like, well, actually, it doesn't exist. The gasps from the audience, and it's like, how could you say such a thing?
There's
And I'm
only
like,
a
well,
gap between the 1% and the 2% that I notice.
yeah, it's like, what is your? Because I asked her, I said, well, if you want to refute everything that I've been saying, and I gave a few points. I'm not going to go into it. If you don't know the argument,
Right.
that's fine. I'll teach you later. But we went into some stuff, and she wanted to be like, I was like, okay, if you have an argument, if that's what you're going to stand by, give me some evidence. I don't have time to find the evidence. Oh, I'm like, well, if it's so obvious, then the evidence should be a quick Google search away for you,
Right.
Like anyone in this class could go find the evidence.
Right.
But the problem is when your opponent has the answer for all your evidence, then you look like an idiot. And that's the thing. They don't want to look like idiots. And it takes people like Milo, and it takes people like Steven Crowder, and it takes people like me sometimes to make them look like idiots. Because when you fight a battle based on emotions, every single culture known to man that has any kind of army would tell you that you do not fight with emotions. Same shit. You are bound to lose if the only argument you have is I'm upset.
Right.
You just
The only argument you have is my pussy hurts. Well, my rebuttal is go rub it. It'll feel better.
Go fuck yourself. This is pointless information. You need a solution to this. And
Grandmaster like that.
really,
Your best way to fight is use your head. You gotta use your little second shit though.
What we really need
is
we need more people that don't look at a problem and they'll just be like, oh well, it's very easy to just assume the position that we know and love, and it's very easy to just say, oh well, it's the gun's fault, it's this fault, it's that fault. I'm like, well, you're not looking at every factor, because if you looked at all the factors, you'd be just as stuck as me. You can't pretend to know the answer to the situation. You don't even know what the situation is like. You're not considering everything. And that's where the majority of the problem lies, is in people's ignorance and as people's unwillingness to accept reality. Otherwise, we have a lot more solutions by now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how they say, well, I'm offended. So what? You're offended. Nothing happens. I get offended by boy bands. What the hell?
Oh, man.
I get offended by cat ear wearing bitches.
Yeah, if your thing is I'm offended, therefore it shouldn't exist. Like that's not something that I can debate. That's just something you need to fucking deal with on your own. It's like there's a debate involves facts and evidence. A debate involves two sides that are evenly matched. There's no even matches in liberalism and conservatism. There's facts and there's emotions. We can't debate these two things. It's like I can't sit here and debate your emotions. You need to go see a psychiatrist, not a politician. Like I can't help with that. If you want to sit here and have a debate, you're either gonna A, look stupid, B, change your mind, or C,
these little fuckers. So they're, and you bring in a fact to them. Oh, that ain't true. Well, you show them the facts, whether they like it or not. Because with facts, hey, you're playing your ace in the hole and shit.
Yeah, no, the facts don't care about your feelings. Sorry, I'm cold. the facts tend to not care about your feelings. So unless you're willing to accept that and move on and get to a solution, because that's the thing, everyone wants this utopia society. All right, everyone wants this utopia society. There's always going to be bad guys. Okay, you will never run into a time in human history where there was not a bad guy. You know, and you'll never find a time in human history where morality was not debated. And you'll never find a time in human history where everything was good and no problems came up. You'll never find that. So it's not realistic to think taking away the guns is going to solve your problem. It's not. It's not realistic to think that shutting people up is going to solve the problem. You're going to have to go and do what you always have to do, and that's sit down and talk every single time. Or you can fight it out every single time. There's always going to be someone who disagrees with you. There's always going to be someone who calls you out on your bullshit. Every single.
The honesty is, trying to talk to them is like trying to talk to a monkey and a bloop doll.
No, it's damn near impossible, and that creates a problem.
Yeah.
Because if the person that you're trying,
of course,
because that's the thing, it's half the people. Okay.
It's simple.
If somebody with an awakened mind talked to somebody with cognitive disassociates or whatever that technical fucking word is, it's cognitive dissonance. But here we go. If somebody talked to somebody like that, it's like talking to a drunk. You're not going to make any sense to the drunk. The drunk's not going to progress anywhere in the conversation at all until they actually sit back and realize, hey, it's not like that. It's really like this. You've been lied to your entire life to make you believe this.
Right. And that's that's in where the problem lies, is when we can't debate these people. There's no way to debate them. I mean, this has happened.
Have the mind of a monkey and a blow-up doll. What the hell?
Yeah, they don't want to change their mind. They don't want to change their mind. That's that cognitive dissonance. It's knowing that you're wrong and not seeing any problem with that and just continuing to spout bullshit. That's the problem. It's continued ignorance. It's knowing that you're stupid and choosing to be stupid.
Because pretty much you'll have to reevaluate your entire concept of understanding of reality if you said that this particular thing was wrong.
And that's not just with politics. That's with everything. That's with religion. That's with the occult. That's with life itself. Some kids will grow up thinking that they're Superman, and then they get out in the real world, and it's not like that. So, I mean, I don't know how to combat that. I don't know what to do to make that more simple for humanity. People just got to figure that shit out for themselves. I mean, and you'll know when someone knows their shit. You know, you'll know. You'll figure it out. You'll see it. You'll notice it. It's, I guess, the
like real respect's real. I think Snoop Dogg says that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take some time, honestly, to, I guess, figure everything out and reprogram humanity to a point where
that'll be at least another 50 to 800 years to even have a chance to do that, man.
I mean, it's kind of happening, but I mean, it's kind of been happening for a while.
But the problem really lies with the hooks that are on the web, so to say, that's around the planet, and I'm not talking about the World Wide Web. Right. I'm talking about the grid.
There are about 4 to 5 different levels of the internet, I think.
Yeah, and that's talking in another.
Just one is
the dark web, then the deep web, then the ultra deep web, and then the ultra dark web. There's like 4 to 8 levels of the internet of how deep you could technically go.
The Marianas Web, the deepest web ever.
Yeah, it goes a hell of a lot deeper than
Named after
http://.com, dude.
It goes much deeper than BuzzFeed.
Like
Even though
BuzzFeed isn't even the crust.
No. BuzzFeed is the atmosphere.
Yeah, pretty much.
BuzzFeed's
more of the dingleberries and shit.
So, if we can actually sit here for a moment, I'd like to actually hear a little bit of this, that Grandmaster made a video about, like, how are you going to tax internet porn?
Oh, that sounds fun.
That is a good question. I came across this article and video last week, and it's always that question. Everybody in the world, we know. I mean, here's a fact: we look at porn, okay? I mean, it could be a turtle wash porn behind the scenes in the closet.
Dude, there's no way that you can tax porn, because in reality, you can Google internet search images of naked people, of naked furries.
Yeah.
You can't tax internet porn. Why? For the simple fact that you can view it so simply and easily. You'd literally have to mandate the internet. You'd have to FCC the whole fucking internet, just like television is. That's impossible.
And you would have to
do that. Yeah, I said doo-doo. If they do pull that off, that becomes their version of net neutrality, which basically, in a sense, the internet will be like the cable company, and I'm going to use the analogy of South Park. Oh, you want to get on YouTube? That'll be $3.99.99 extra.
Yeah, that's too bad.
That's too bad.
That's
like the guy back about 3 years ago, he was like really pissed over charging people $12.99 a month for their shit. So he had their feed, and it went by the name of Captain Midnight. And he got caught, and I worked as a satellite installer, and he knew this shit, and I mean, it's just how.
First of all, the problem is
it's really
you invade people's privacy.
Yeah, it's just like trying to.
God, your internet's
yeah.
You're gonna invade people's privacy to figure out what you're gonna tax first. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to, further open the internet to security threats. And then what you're also gonna do is you're gonna make people very uncomfortable, very unhappy, divide people even more. And then you got to define what porn is, right? Because what is considered porn? What kind of videos?
Nudity. Any form of nudity that's not considered art, in my opinion, is considered pornographic material.
Right, but what's considered art?
Anything that's deemed actually in a museum or in a framework actually somewhere deemed worth money, such as that one, is it the Statue of David, where there's some that are censored and some that are not. Some have a fig leaf and some don't.
Well, I mean, you're going to piss off a lot of Tumblr users.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what it validates down to. Technically, anything that anybody posts anymore of their body becomes technical pornography, and nobody can ever do that again.
Which
that's what it steps upon.
Which would be a negative thing for artistic liberals. Oh my God, my body is. Oh, are you saying my body is too ugly? Is my body not art? I'm like, well, that's what you get.
That's what you get for not putting yourself inside of a canvas somewhere.
That's what you get. That is exactly what
Porn,
you get.
porn is watched for. Porn is watched
I mean,
on different reasons. Some watch it for to jerk off. Some watch it for to get, for ideas for their spouse, or just to, if you're in a single to your band and you watch it, DVD player. Some watch it for just or
Yeah, I think I
learning
said this
some different, so they get.
I
Yeah,
think I said this on one of the roundtables, man. There used to be a warning in front of porn movies. Are we this demented and unintelligent that we need warning labels on everything? Now, there was literally a warning label that basically said, if you are not 18, please stop this at this moment in time. If you are over 18, this is used for educational purposes only.
what?
Yeah, old porn movies used to say this is used for educational purposes only.
Man, y'all are old as shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. I'm talking about stuff from the 80s, 70s, and early 90s used to fucking say this is educational purposes only. There used to be a warning label that on VCR tape used to take up like that FCC bullshit copyright data 1997 that they show in front of regular movies. There used to be a part that used to take up like 2 fucking minutes of the beginning of your VCR tape.
That's kind of fucking dumb. I've never seen that, but I'll take it. I believe it. It sounds too crazy.
Because most of the time you've seen internet porn or you've seen DVD porn. And some DVD porn has it, some DVD porn doesn't go into explicit extreme detail. Most DVD porns just tell you all models are over 18, blah, 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 blah. But back in the day, they used to say viewers must be over 18. And if you do, and this is only for viewers who intend to watch this or for educational purposes only. If you do not intend to watch this, turn this off now. Or some more or less like that.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad right now.
Warning label, dude.
You know what the internet is? It's a test of how much humanity can take. Because it splits everyone up. It really just divides people. So it's like, can you tolerate furries? Can you tolerate someone who likes this or that? Can you deal with someone saying shit about Nazis? It really is. It's kind of a test. If you go on the internet,
let's throw it all together. A big burly man screwing a fox up the asshole with that. The fox is wearing a fucking Nazi Germany signal while the American man has an American fucking army suit on. Let's just throw it all together as a political cartoon, bro. What the hell?
That's what happens. It's the internet. Kind of, it's so open and it's so vulnerable to all kinds of different things that you have to be very tolerant when you get on it. And if you can't do that, well, you want to preach tolerance. Well, you're showing.
Still, if you look at the internet. Still, you're connecting to the whole entire world. I mean,
yeah,
like everything I post on Facebook, it's there for
searching for the.
Is he cutting out? Just
I still think that the internet is so.
Yeah, he's cutting out real bad.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the internet is still a land for free speech. There are people that want to halt that, regulate it. I mean, if you say something on the internet or whatever, man, they're going to try everything, shut you down, block, take your shit down. We're being watched everywhere. We're outside where you stiff a camera and shit. Look, kids, there's red light cam. Give it a bird.
Yeah, one of our people in our chat discussions was trying to say something about guns. They can't be here tonight, but they was talking about, yes, there is good stories in the media about guns, but there is way more bad influence in the media about guns because technically, in a sense, anything that they want to push for their personal agenda so that we all become defenseless and enslaved, nothingness, so that they can just use us for whatever will they wish to do, as long as it's part of their personal agenda, they'll push that stuff on the media first. And then they will show you the good things, a bleep of it for like a fraction of a second, maybe if you're lucky, 3 news stories about it. But no, they will put influence on the nothing burgers, the negative effects, the negative things about it. This is what they want. They want you to push. They want you to take our guns away. Are we talking at the same time?
Yeah, hold on. So, what's funny is if you go back and you listen to any of the writings by the founding fathers, they all said that political parties are terrible and we shouldn't have them. Like at all.
It's too much division everywhere, and that's basically what they want to push. They want to push every type of division anywhere that they could. That's how come they implemented racism. That's how come there's a shadow of ageism over the entire country. Because think about it, dude. Doesn't a 40, 50-year-old look down on 20 and older teens like they don't know anything, but technically they don't know anything about that specific person to say that they don't know anything?
Yeah, no, it's a device to judge people on.
It's a division. It's a division, and we shouldn't be dividing everybody, and that's their agenda. If we are divided, we become easier to enslave because our numbers is our power, and they know that our number is our power.
Yeah, no, it's divide and conquer. It's pretty easy. It's been done forever.
It's almost like those video games back in the day where you was one person and you went around and tried to take out over 100 people at one time. But the way it's working is that they're the one person. There's like maybe 15 of them compared to our roughly 6 billion.
Yeah, no, they should be easy to, beat, but people are so easily influenced. It's so easy to have someone think for you than to think for yourself.
I think Grandmaster's been trying to say something for like 10 minutes, but his internet sucks really bad right now.
Well, I mean, it's hard to hear him when he does say something.
I apologize, you guys. I mean, it does depend on the day, though. I mean, is this okay, or it's just fucked up and shit? And then it sucks the next.
And I'd like to validate a point real quick. I apologize for interrupting you, Grandmaster, but I believe this should be actually thrown into actually testing, because technically they're technically malfunctioning us, because Grandmaster is the one recording this on his YouTube channel. And if Grandmaster has internet issues, that means the video is going to have internet issues. Not just Grandmaster having internet issues. It will cause us personally to have internet issues, even though at this point in time, we're technically running smooth.
Yeah, no, everything's fine on my end and your end.
I mean, it's running well. I mean, it's.
I mean, how about next time we try it on someone else's internet and see what happens?
Yeah, and I don't have the most reliable internet because mine will suddenly cut off and we'll have different multiple segments of the same thing.
Well, you know what? You'll probably, I can see a little bit of lag, but not much. I have probably the best internet. I've got 5Gs, I've got fiber optics, so my stuff pretty much always runs at super incredibly fast. So next time, why don't we try mine? Because if they slow mine down, it'll be obvious.
Because the whole thing is that you're going to have to start a live video to set up your live. And then you're going to have to invite everybody to the live the same way that we just did. Basically, the window that Grandmaster is in, the whole thing is it's a whole lot easier from a laptop than it is from a phone, man.
I can do it. Shouldn't be too
Yeah,
difficult.
exactly. Our person that's watching us right now is confirming what I'm saying here because Grandmaster's internet is lagging. All three of us are lagging on the live feed drastically.
Right, it's because his internet. It's not because of ours. But they can slow. If that slows down, then yeah, ours is going to slow down. Because it goes through him. So.
Yeah, we're piggybacking off of him and everything's running through him. And if his internet is slowing down,
well, his internet was slow to begin with. It's only going to make it worse.
Yeah. I mean, I have decent internet, but I have unreliable internet. Every now and then, my basically my cord will come unplugged, even though I'm wireless internet.
Yeah, I mean, I could try mine. And I know you said it's hard to do it from the phone, but I'm probably the most technologically adept as anyone here. So.
Well, basically what I'm saying is from a laptop, you have to send the address bar to the Facebook Messenger so that the live feed, the people on the camera feed can get in to be on the camera. And then the live feed is pretty easy. Anybody can send the live feed link. But once one person has the cam feed link, everybody can have the cam feed link. But as soon as you start the live feed, anybody can get the live feed instead of the cam feed.
Right. I can try it. I should be able to do it.
Yeah, once one person besides the actual person doing the live feed has the link, they can send it to one person and then everybody can have it. And that's why I'm saying it's so much easier to do it on a computer because you can just copy and paste the address bar.
Well, I can copy and paste the address bar here too. But because I have iPhone and Android, so
be good.
I can try to make it work, maybe. Because the thing is, his internet was already bad to begin with, and I assume if we're talking for real, he's not only using bad internet, he's also taking our feeds and streaming them. So that's bound to have some issues, especially when your internet's already slow. I mean, I could probably handle it, but I don't know. It's not Ethernet. It's still Wi-Fi. If I was on Ethernet, it'd be a lot more stable. But I could probably make it better.
Yeah, pretty much.
And try. I mean, it's.
Do you want to
pretty
restart,
much just to simply re-explain everything is my buddy next door hooked me up with his internet password, and that little white box you see in the window, that's basically the cord across the street connecting to my buddy's internet. And that his internet is made into my house so that I can have internet.
That's pretty nice of him.
And every now and then something pulls across and goes across, and that wireless feed between across the street becomes unplugged for a moment.
Oh.
Or if the wind blows the wrong way, any fucking thing's stupid, man.
Sorry, you want me to restart it? Or you want me to try to make one?
That'll be a Grandmaster call.
I mean, it's going to be slow regardless. So, well, not regardless, but. You can either let me try to fix it, or I mean, it's going to be virtually.
Can we get a thumbs up or a thumbs down, Grandmaster? Do you want to retry this on Isra's YouTube? All right. So basically, we'll wrap this up real quick. This was basically the free-for-all for Anonymous Liberty Media, who's associated with TWWRN. And we have failed because of technical issues. And we are putting this ham in the oven.
All right. Let's end it in 1.